And welcome back to episode 117 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co-host, Malcolm. They watching from the couch, King.
That's a good one. I get that to you. What's going on, fellas?
Shit, cooling. We got my guy, Quentin Q. McLeod in the building. What's popping?
What's going on? What's going on with you?
Shit, another one. And for my shower heads out there, we will have Aaron the dot connector Spencer in the building. He's just running a little late. But let's get started. I know we haven't been here in a while. So I want to first point out that my Cavs lost that play-in game to the Hawks.
Yep, as expected.
And I was watching that motherfucker and I just couldn't help but think, like, especially in that second half, like, these motherfuckers deserve to lose. And very rarely do I ever have, like, a favorite team of mine. I can remember saying that about Ohio State a few times. Like, these motherfuckers deserve to lose. Like, right. They're just not playing up to any sort of caliber that we know you as.
Any potential,
yeah. Like, you deserve to lose this one. So, as much as it hurt to see them get beat, I just felt like, damn, like it didn't feel as bad because them niggas deserved it. Trae Young, I think, only had 8 or something in the first half. Can't remember the stat exactly, but it was a low scoring amount.
Right.
And then you let him finish the game with 38 points in that second half. 38 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists. And you know that's the only motherfucker you got to worry about.
What you mean? Josh Collins is a problem too.
John
Collins. Kevin Huerter.
But,
did he play in that game or was he hurt that game?
I think Collins. Damn, I think I remember seeing him out there. I don't remember seeing Huerter out there.
Okay. I was just trying to remember those. I can't remember.
Yeah, I do believe I think I saw John out there. Let me see, actually. I can look that up. But I don't remember seeing Kevin. Unless I'm tripping.
No, Collins ain't play that game.
He didn't? Yeah, it's very capable. I'm tripping.
That's even worse than.
I'm trying to think who.
I believe that's the game Capella got hurt as well, right?
Yeah.
Y'all had a couple of breaks in that game.
Hurt. What's his name? Kevin Huerter.
Huerter had he had 13 in that one.
So he did play.
Yeah. Bogdanovich had 19.
Damn, what game was I watching?
Right.
I definitely remember seeing Bogey out there. I do not remember seeing Huerter out there. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Redhead.
I was also a little lit though too, so that could explain it. But yeah, Darius Garland. I think we talked about it a little bit off Pod Q. He was moving too fast that whole first quarter. Like, moving too quick. And I don't see that a lot from him. He looked anxious out there. I don't know what it was about. He finished the game with 21, 3 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals. But in a game like that, man, that's exactly why. Go ahead.
1 for 7 from 3.
Mm-hmm.
9 for 27 total, though.
Right. Because if he don't shoot, because if he don't score, who else is?
I mean, but you had 9 assists. You had Mobley with 18. He could have got you a few more. LeVert could have gave you a little more.
Yeah, Karras.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but I'd rather do that than keep 9 for 27.
Right. No, definitely. But see, I feel like that's the exact reason why I feel like we need Colin Sexton back. Like, you can't get rid of him. Because without Colin Sexton, your team has absolutely no killers.
Yeah.
No killers on that team.
Maybe they tone each other down and it turns into something different, another duo.
I think so. I think they were on the verge of it before. Now that I think Darius Garland has arrived to where he's built up some confidence, that is going to be a mean combination. But at the same time, I couldn't help but watch that game and say Darius is not a killer. Like, I don't know. I know you don't watch the Cavs like that, but I do believe their opening game was televised against the Nets, the one that Colin Sexton hit the buzzer beater to win.
Mm-hmm.
In that last 7 minutes of that game, it was all Colin. Yeah, Colin was not giving the ball up. I'll take every shot. Give it to me. I got it. And Darius is just not that guy. He'll get you a lucky shot every now and again. I won't call it lucky, but he's just not the guy. He's not. I don't even know if I would put it in his hands last minute.
Well, you're a Cleveland guy,
right?
And so you had Kyrie, you drafted top, but you had another guy, and I'm trying to remember who he was.
Dion Waiters.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And he did what? Same situation.
No. I don't think it's the same situation.
Well, you got one guy that's just like Kyrie. You know, he's give me the ball.
Aaron.
Then you got your Dion Waiters and Darius Garland. Now I ain't saying because Dion to take it over, he'll hit a couple of shots.
So wait, are you saying that Darius Garland would be Dion Waiters in this scenario?
Well, yeah, as proven as Colin Sexton is, yes, I would.
I don't know how I feel about that. Now I think, don't get me wrong. Dion Waiters had a lot of hype coming out of college.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say he didn't live up to it. I would say he was on the way to living up to it. And then that issue he had with Kyrie and then getting traded kind of fucked that up because then you had to ride the bench in OKC. And you did have a few standout games there. But for the most part, you kind of drifted off into nothingness where if you'd have stayed in Cleveland, at least you would have got to have your skills seen as a starter, which would have helped his career out. But I don't think you can say Darius Garland is Dion Waiters. That's disrespecting Darius, man. Darius got us in the playoffs.
Darius Garland, Anthony Bennett.
Man, you just out here talking shit.
I don't know. Some wild shit right now.
Right.
I'm saying some wild shit.
Listen,
I just want to rile Cliff. I just want to rile Cliff up because he said my team was sitting
trying to stir the pot. I see that.
Yeah,
I'm trying to stir the pot.
I don't even pay attention to that nonsense he talks.
Oh shit.
But what you did come in on is we was just talking about that Cavs Hawks game. And I was saying just watching that game, they deserved to lose. I mean, in the first quarter into first half of second quarter, it looked good, right? They were on they upswing, they was doing their thing, even with Darius Garland fucking up, because he was fucking up that whole first quarter. I feel like they still had it going to the point that I was getting confident because I'm like, Darius Garland is going to start hitting eventually. Mm-hmm. To which he did, but it just wasn't enough at the end of the day. The defense looked crazy. It was just, everything was off to me. And it also proved that Evan Mobley is not a 5. He's not a 5.
You knew that.
I've been saying that. He's just not a 5. And I'm not saying that he can't be. I think one day in his career, that's the only position he's going to have available. But at the moment, you can tell he does not feel comfortable playing that NBA 5 spot.
Molly take away from that game. Well, there's a lot of you're right about all that. I just kind of watched it as like a fan. Didn't really analyze too much.
Right.
He just wasn't ready. The Hawks were already used to, this type of situation, especially what they went through last year.
Right, had experience.
They wasn't ready for that shit. Ain't nothing Kevin Love can say on that bench to get these boys ready for this.
Listen,
so
and I'm telling you, did you watch that game?
I watched it.
That whole first quarter, Darius was moving too fast. You said what?
There was that game?
The 15th, so that would have been
Friday?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I was in Vegas. I was torn.
You did say you was going to Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga. I watched the game, but I don't know, man. My mind was racing at that point in time. That was
You said what?
That was an early game, wasn't it? Was that the early game or later?
No,
game?
it wasn't earlier. I think it started at 7.
Okay, I watched the early game on Saturday too.
Yeah, it started at 7, I believe.
I was loose. I was able to catch it though, while I was sitting next to the, what I'm saying.
Darius Garland looked. He looked. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's how he looked.
He looked anxious out there. Like he looked like he was nervous. Felt like something came out of that motherfucker. I probably swallowed some metal from that fucking vape or something. You know they say they sending metal in your lungs. I seen the commercials. That's probably exactly what happened in that motherfucker.
In your lungs.
Right. Oh shit.
Yeah, man,
that motherfucker hit my throat in a mean way. Oh, but he was just too anxious. He looked nervous. And to sum that up, that I agree 100% with your takeaway, because he looked nervous. Like, I've watched a lot of Cleveland games that I didn't see. Like, he was going over. I think he went 0 for 4 on layups.
Damn.
Like, his first 4 shots were layups, and he missed them all.
Yeah, you in your own head at that point.
Right. So, what you think gonna happen when you start shooting threes? You ain't hitting the layup. You damn sure don't have confidence when you putting the 3 up. So, I can understand a 1 for 7 at that point. But you also missed the fact that I said that's why I feel like Cleveland needs Colin Sexton back, because he's the only killer on that entire squad. He's the only Kobe-minded person that's like, give me the fucking ball. I got it. Remember, he had Kyrie and them pissed, put the Nets out in that opening game of the season with that game-winning 3.
I think if I had Colin Sexton, I still have lost. But
I don't think so.
He'd have been a welcome addition. I guess I get that. This is, I know you don't think so.
Colin giving you a guaranteed 25, even in an L. Now, with a guaranteed 25, just somebody else putting up that high of numbers, that frees Darius Garland up a lot to make better decisions.
Hey, and you might be right. This is my opinion. Even if you had Colin Sexton, it might not have worked.
No, it might not have. There's a might involved in that. But I feel like Darius Garland isn't a scorer. He's a facilitator. But what this season has forced him to do is up his numbers in scoring. So now I think that helps him out coming into next season, especially if you get a Colin Sexton back, because now you're not forced to take those shots. You can take the ones you feel comfortable taking. Because Karis LeVert is not him. He's not the guy that's going to take the scoring load off of you so you don't have to. So I don't know what they're going to do with that either. I don't know if I would trade him away just yet, but you definitely got to figure out what you're going to do with him, because he didn't look good out there like I thought he would have. But moving on, that my squad ain't in the playoffs, so I don't want to talk about them too much.
Oh, good. The Lakers got some fishing partners now, man.
Right. LeBron can start scheduling banana boat vacations and shit.
Build some team chemistry with the old Cavs.
Listen, don't build no damn team chemistry. Don't build no damn team chemistry, nigga. You better keep that out your head. But moving on, since they're playing tonight, we'll talk that game 1 of the Celtics Nets, because I definitely thought that was a good one.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Awesome.
That game winner from Jason Tatum, though.
Nice.
That was beautiful.
Showing y'all boys what he got. I think they're losing right now, though. I
think so. The last I checked, they were losing. Yeah. I'm not pressed, though. I'm not pressed at all.
What do you think about Kyrie's comments?
Well, when he was mad, talking about suck my dick, bitch.
In the crowd.
Yeah. Well, no, that was when he was headed to the locker room, and dude was like, Kyrie, you fucking suck. And he said, suck my dick, bitch. And walked off.
Kyrie, that's not the person we came to know now.
Oh, he's hot. Them crystals ain't working.
Nah, you gotta get some
new sage his attitude.
His chakras is out of balance.
Listen, clearly.
I personally don't like. I know you gotta be. I know there's some shit you gotta hear from fans that you don't like.
Right.
But don't go in the press conference talking about, man, when they say stuff, I just look them in their face and be like, you ain't really about that. Don't do that. Come on, man.
I didn't hear him say that. He said what now?
He said that in the press conference. He said when people be saying stuff like that to him, he just be looking at him like, you ain't really about, you ain't finna do nothing. You don't go around trying random people like that. There's some crazy ass people out here. You know what I'm saying? Just ignore it. Keep looking, talk about it, but don't be like, "Oh man, you ain't gonna do nothing." Yeah, there's some niggas out there.
Let's be honest. Like 9 times out of 10, they ain't.
True. I'm just saying you don't want to put that energy out there.
Right. But I'm just saying the guy that would usually do something isn't usually the guy yelling, "You fucking suck," That's usually the guy that gets punched. But that's not the guy that starts the shit.
You might have a friend next to him that's being quiet as hell.
You might be right. Now that's where Kyrie need to start being aware of his surroundings, because it may not be him.
Nobody should be threatening anybody. You know what I'm saying? As an NBA player, when you hear that type of shit, I can get how it can get on your nerves. It might bubble up to a point where like suck my dick, bitch.
Especially on a bad
But after
night.
the game, after the game, I'm not gonna bring it up. When they asked me about it, I just got hot. They said somebody I responded.
Right.
Next question.
Right. Yeah. No, I didn't hear nothing about that. That's he's kind of showing himself to me.
In what way?
Like, he's one of my favorite players in the league, but then when I hear shit like that, it kind of makes me feel a different way.
He's the Baker Mayfield right now in the NBA.
Now that once again, you and Q, y'all are both in timeout. Q for saying Darius Garland is Dion Waiters, and then you saying Kyrie is the Baker Mayfield of the NBA.
Who's the prima donna? Who's the biggest prima donna in the NBA right now?
But see, you can't do that, because if you were going to say that, then you would have to put somebody up there that is still capable.
Baker Mayfield's capable.
No. And I'm not saying he's not capable. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying he's even on Baker Mayfield, his best day. At 150% of his 100, he's still no Kyrie effective out on that field.
See, when I started the conversation, I never talked about stats. I never talked about play. I'm talking about attitude. I don't give a fuck if you're a Hall of Famer or if you're a rookie. If your attitude sucks, your attitude sucks. Baker Mayfield, your attitude sucks. He's being seen as one of the bigger crybabies in the NFL. No offense, Kyrie, you've been seen as one of the biggest crybabies.
You're correct. You're correct.
That's what I meant in the sense of I know skill and talent.
Preface that with saying attitude-wise, because when you no, you didn't.
I said prima donna. Prima donna.
But you said Kyrie is the Baker Mayfield of the NBA. That was your statement. That ain't had nothing to do with attitude. That's why I jumped off the deep end, because I'm like, damn, that's disrespectful.
Yeah. I'm not talking about skill, because you can't compare the skill anyway. It's 2 different sports. You know what I mean? But the attitude.
You can't compare skill, but you can compare impact. And we all know Kyrie been exceeding KD in impact the past couple. Well, even last year when he played, he was the point scorer. That's why KD cheerleading on the sideline, clapping for his nigga, because he I don't have to.
Right. I mean, that makes it easier. You make my job
I definitely
easier.
understand it, and I'm not trying to see in KD on that by any means, but I'm just saying when you think of impact, we're talking about the best scorer in the history of the NBA cheerleading for a nigga on the sideline. That would
Right.
never be a Baker Mayfield. That's
Right.
like Tom Brady on the sideline cheering for Baker Mayfield. Never happened.
Right.
Never happened. And I'm not
Well-
saying Kevin Durant is Tom Brady, but you get that comparison's closer than a Kyrie Baker.
Mhm.
Is all I'm getting at. But that nothing here nor there. Either way, I gotta give P's. Jason Tatum, I mean, he had 31, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal, but just in that game, he was going off.
He's got it in him, man.
He
He's
does.
got it.
You took the words right out of my mouth. He does. He does. And I think that Jaylen Brown is the perfect compliment to him, even though he didn't have the best game that night. 23, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He had 4 steals, though. But that's what I'm getting at. Like, when you got a defender like Jaylen Brown out there that can still be a difference maker on the offensive end, man.
What about Marcus Smart?
He wanted to put the defensive player of the year.
Yeah, and I want to correct myself. The report I read last week had Mikal Bridges at the top of the list, but I guess the voting wasn't over with. Obviously, Marcus Smart.
But you didn't say he won.
I thought I kind of did. I might be incorrect.
I don't think you said he won.
Nah, he was thought to be number 1 in the polls.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be wrong about that, because that's the NBA.com poll even had him listed at the top. Yeah. So you wouldn't be wrong.
But what was that? The first I got the stat in my phone. He was the first guard to win since Gary Payton.
Yeah.
Right.
In 93, 94?
Yep.
Is that right?
Love.
I'm just going off of hold on, let me see. I know I got it in my phone though.
That's probably right.
95, 96.
Yeah.
Yeah, 95, 96.
You got a couple.
But I also liked Mikal Bridges' response with the fact he lost. Like, that was some real humble shit. Gave me a few points. Gave him a few points in my book. I don't have the exact words, but he was basically saying, like, no hard feelings. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. It's about time they started respecting guards having to deal with somebody on the island. And that's the truth. They give it to big men every year, but the guards are the ones that have to deal with the
nastiness.
Yeah. Big men get bruises, but the guards, you really get exposed dealing with the wrong guard.
It's like, well, they kind of give that to the big man because of getting posterized and shit and wanting to be out there dunking.
Right.
And you're right. You got Kyrie, James Harden, Steph, Chris.
That's tough.
Motherfuckers is crossing your ass, and you getting embarrassed out there. Niggas is touching ground, getting slid and all type of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Becoming memes and shit like that.
But I think Mikal Bridges has a couple times.
What, been crossed up?
Yeah, like touch the floor on some shit.
Yeah, but if you're a good defender, that's what's going to happen. You're going to be aggressive.
Right,
and those are the when you're too aggressive, people see that and they take advantage of it.
Like look at Boston in game 1. Every time Kyrie had the ball, they was dancing. But when he didn't have the ball, they was happy.
Listen,
they was happy.
You are right. You are right about that. But I don't care what nobody say. I like the white boy out of Oregon.
Okay.
I fucks with Peyton Pritchard, man. I really do. Like, he has dog in him to be that small. He just has dog in him. I like him. And even when he was on Kyrie, I was just like, I like how he's trying to go at him. Like, it's almost like letting a chihuahua out on a pit bull, but it's like, oh shit, he really like got him wondering what to do. Like, it's like, damn nigga, you ain't really got too much of a chance, but I like your fight right now.
Or not. Say the word. I'll kill this little boy right here.
Right.
Who was that? Deladova for LeBron.
He played the
same way. He was that dog on defense.
I could definitely see that.
that
And you know what? Now that I think about it, you are correct because they play similarly.
Mm-hmm.
They play similarly. Pass first, but if you give me an open three, I'm busting that bitch.
Yeah.
You right.
They wrote, hey,
you back out of timeout with that one. That was a good one.
Come on back in.
Mock's still in timeout with his.
Yeah, there you go. Come sit back down.
Right. He just got out of timeout with his comparison. You gotta give me a comparison to get out of timeout this for the episode over.
I'll work on it.
But yeah, no, I definitely agree. That's a good one. But I do like him, man. I'm excited to see his future. But yeah, I just wanted to point out that that game winner. I can't get over it. That was something. I mean, it was there. It wasn't like it was unbelievable, but it was just beautiful. It was just beautifully done.
You expect it to be so easy to have him make it look so easy.
Right. Like he was in control even before he had the ball. He knew what it was.
Right.
That's the great ones, man. The great ones are just they waiting for it.
Right. That's exactly what it seemed like.
Clock going off in their head. They looking at the clock, time and everything. It's probably quiet to them. They don't hear the crowd.
Right. Right. He's stupid as hell, man, but that's exactly correct though. But we'll move on. What's the since we just talked about it, we got an update on the score on that?
I can't see shit.
I'm gonna get my TV above
45-31 Nets.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Second quarter is 7:13 left.
Okay, still a lot of game to be had.
And the just to throw this out there, Philadelphia-Toronto game should be starting right now.
I don't want to see that shit.
But they're in Toronto now.
Yeah.
And Matisse Thybulle ain't playing. Do you think that makes a difference? I mean, he is.
He is like the defensive. He is the new Ben Simmons on that team.
That's what I was about to say. He may be the best defender they got.
I mean, but watch that game. I don't see the Raptors bench being able to do shit. Like you gotta keep your starting in the whole time because they start putting in bench niggas. I'm like, who is that?
Yeah,
you are correct on that. But I mean, they ain't make it to number 5 for no reason.
No, you're right. But it's
or number 6.
Time, it's playoff time, baby.
Number 6. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but when's the last 5 seed you saw as a threat in the playoffs?
Well, I don't know. Like, even look at the Hawks last year. They came from the play-ins all the way damn near to definitely to the Eastern Conference Finals. They just couldn't get past that.
Yeah, you had the Heat the year before a 5 seed that went to the finals.
But that's different. That team is different from.
I mean,
okay, I get it.
That Hawks.
You know what I mean? As far as winning, like you're gonna lose, dog, and it's not gonna be pretty. So when you're not playing pretty, you gonna lose.
I see your point.
Yeah,
we did beat y'all for the championship, huh, Q? I forgot all about that till you said something. Man, I'm sorry.
Man, when you don't win, you forget a lot of stuff.
Keep on reaching.
Fuck off, Q.
Keep on reaching.
But yeah, no, I mean, well, first of all,
right.
Well, no, I'm speaking on the 76ers and the Raptors.
Okay.
In that last game for my shower heads, 76ers won 112-97. They are up 2-0. That was game 2 on that. Embiid dropped 31, 11 rebounds. Harden, though. Harden dropped 14, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 of 4 from 3. Which is, in my opinion, par for the course if we're talking about James Harden in the playoffs.
That's not even par, my brother. That's bogey.
Well, you right. You right. But I'm saying it goes with the court. That goes with James Harden getting low numbers in the playoffs.
I mean, that's what he does.
Right. Now, Game 1, he did have 22 points, 5 rebounds, 14 assists, 1 steal. I will give him some P's on that. But how many standout games do we actually get from James Harden?
In the playoffs?
Yeah. Like, you could really count how many good games James Harden has had in the playoffs on one hand. Maybe a hand and a couple fingers.
It's few and far between. That's what I was saying earlier when he first got to the 76ers. Like, it's all fine and dandy that they're doing pretty good right now. But when the regular season's over with, the postseason starts to happen, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about James Harden. And towards the end of the regular season, he started to taper off, right? And then when he gets to the postseason, it's like you don't know the assignment. You are number 2 on this team, right? We need 20 plus from you.
Period. Period. On a bad night.
Yeah, and I hope we can get 30, but if you get 20 plus, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, whatever, and a couple steals, that's what we need from him. Because Tobias Harris, ain't nobody find this man. I don't know where this man's at. I don't even be seeing him till like the third quarter or some shit. Like, he be playing and shit, but I don't hear his name or nothing. Right. Like half the game halfway over when he's supposed to be the third. Is he supposed to be the third? He's supposed to be the third option.
Dion Waiters. Now, Dion Waiters. Now, you want to make a comparison?
Dion Waiters ain't on that team, nigga.
There's the comparison right there. That's the exact compare. I won't say exact, but Dion Waiters, you had it in Orlando. You was standing out. Everybody thought you was going to be big shit, just like Dion in Cleveland. Then all of a sudden, you go over to another team that has a couple more better players than you had before, and you fade to darkness.
Yeah. So I see the 76ers beating the Raptors in the series handily, but depending on who they see next, I'm not really sure where that is, what series that is. But
they can only see one other team.
Is that the Heat?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think the Heat take the 76ers.
Can we talk about Tyrese Maxey though? Why are we not talking about?
Yeah, he's on my list.
I mean, he's the Harden, and Harden's the Maxey right now.
That's what I was going to say.
You got to pay this man. That's what he's playing for. I don't even think he's playing for the championship.
It's some bullshit stat. I mean, it's not a bullshit stat, but they said for the youngest player to average 30 in their first 2 playoff games since Jordan or somebody like that.
In Sixers history. I know he was the first.
I think that was Luka Doncic that did that. Luka Doncic is the one that accomplished that first average.
I don't know. Did I save that in my phone too?
Was it?
But I know Tyrese Maxey, besides the stats, just the eye test. Hey, he's next up to getting paid. We got to pay this man next. We might need to take some money out to Tobias Harris' pocket. Let me holler at you real quick, Tobias.
You might have to take some money out of motherfucking James Harden's pocket.
Well, he's going to cry if that happens. He's going to cry and he's going to want to trade. James Harden.
Damn, I'm trying to find the article.
I'm going to go to Atlanta and go to the club with baby. You're going to take my money from me.
You stupid. I don't. Damn,
and he wasn't top drafted, so I'm pretty sure he has an option coming up.
Man, that nigga dropped 38. Yeah. 38, 4, and 2 in game 1.
If I'm Doc, I'm looking at Tyrese like, man, I don't know. I think I might start your ass over James, man. You know what I'm saying? That's looking like the play. I know how people don't think about it, but nigga, you got to make a move. You got to shake the tree.
Not to toot my own horn or anything, right? But I said it. I said they don't play well together. Listen, I said Ben Harden, first of all. But James Harden and Joel Embiid don't play well together. Their success throughout the season towards coming through the end of the season, well, I guess they started dropping off at the end, but you know what I'm saying, was when they were bringing James Harden off the bench. They would start them together, then they would pull James after like the first 5 to 7 minutes and let Embiid cook. And then when Embiid came out, they would put Harden back in.
Wasn't that because he was injured or something?
I don't know. That could have.
Remember, he wasn't playing for the Nets.
Yeah, they were working him back in.
And then when they traded him
well,
to
no,
the
because that wasn't an immediate thing.
What? When he started playing?
Yeah, because immediately when he came over, that's what I was saying. I was saying they don't play well together. They don't. And then what happened was they started staggering their times and they started taking off.
I could have swore James was like injured and they were trying to taper him back in.
I mean, I'm sure that was some of it, but they had them playing together when they first got there, and it didn't look good. Now with injury, the injury may have been the reason why it didn't look good, but they definitely had them coming in at different times long after he had first came there.
And their chemistry is way off. I saw them try to make some plays together. And their chemistry is just far off. I mean, I know it takes time, but 76ers aren't making the Eastern Conference Finals. That's me. That's my hot take.
I agree.
I don't think they make it.
They don't make it past the Heat if that's who they play. They don't make it past the Heat if that's who they play. And if they do make it past the Heat, you're going to see immaculate games out of both Embiid and Harden. Not far-fetched for Embiid, but Harden. They said, who was it? I can't remember who it was that said it. It was another thing on. I can't remember. I can't find none of this shit. I usually save it to my phone. But dude said, I can't remember who it was. Y'all might know. Said Embiid is currently playing like Shaq, Kareem, and Jordan put together.
I don't know what that was. Was that Perk? It sounded like some shit Perk was saying.
It was somebody in the league currently.
No.
Damn, I can't think of who. But it does sound like some shit Kendrick Perkins would say. But yeah, I can't say he isn't. He did a bounce pass. James Harden got a steal and did a backwards bounce pass to Embiid. And he took 2 steps, from like a little outside of the foul line. And I was like, that is, like, I was impressed. Like, I didn't even know he was that athletic. Like, he did not look like a big man doing that shit. And the ground that he covered while he did it was just so impressive to me. It was just a simple, smart play, but the way it looked I was just so impressed. Like, yeah, Embiid really is that nigga, man. Rihanna fucked up.
Yeah,
Rihanna fucked up.
You can't
That's who fucked up, Rihanna.
You just mad. You just hating on ASAP, man.
Nah, Rob rocks with the homie, but listen, ASAP or Embiid, Rihanna fucked up. I don't give a fuck what you say.
She don't need money. She worth a billion. She don't need no more cheap.
Right.
What's the name? That River Fancy from Jamie Foxx.
Mm-hmm.
Just talking about Michael Jordan tried to fly her out to Hawaii, and she said she didn't want to do it because she didn't want to seem like she was fast or something. Some shit like that. We'll take that flight. Shut up. What's wrong, man? It's Fancy, man. Fancy's he's bad. And you got MJ wanting to fly out to Hawaii. He was hunting her down, man. He did a photo shoot with her or something like that. Took her out on a couple of dates and whatever. He was starting to fall for her. So like, nah, I'll back up off. And she said she regrets that to this day.
I mean, I can understand why.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I can understand why. You like that motherfucker had commercials like Mike. If I could be like Mike.
Yeah.
That was a saying back in the day. I can understand why she would be upset for not taking that. That's like Rihanna calling you to fly you out to Hawaii. You'd be like, nah, I don't want you to think I'm that fast.
Yeah, I'm not that easy, Rihanna. Okay.
Right. The fuck?
You need to court me, Rihanna.
You hear what I'm saying? Listen, Rihanna.
I'll walk to where she at. Tell me where you at. I'll start walking right now.
Right. Right. Pregnant or not. Nah, I'm playing. Nah,
ASAP Rocky. Hey, look. And then I must have not heard about ASAP Rocky's latest situation. You fuck around, catch a body. go fuck around and see Rihanna. That nigga's about to go to trial.
I would too. Shit.
Y'all didn't hear about that? I mean, I know we talking NBA, but as a side note, y'all didn't hear about that latest today?
Nah, what?
FBI raided this nigga's house. They bought, what is it called? The barricade. They barricaded in his shit. Went in his crib, found evidence that he's linked to a 2021, I believe, shooting. Some connection. I don't remember where the shooting was at, but like 2 other dudes. They found hard evidence. They already, I guess, were trying to get him. They waited for him to get back from Barbados, actually with Rihanna, and then arrested him at LAX. Took him to jail and then raided his house.
Niggas get shot every day, B.
That's more. Listen, I think that's more or less somebody he know popped somebody or something. They might have left the strap with his crib.
Right.
They had evidence
every day, B.
They had evidence that he shot off a couple rounds. Aaron's what they're saying.
Niggas get shot every day, B.
I'll be mad as hell if A$AP Rocky got me. I'm like, damn, this nigga.
Right, I would too.
Right, you feel me?
I would too. I would take.
I just got shot by a pretty motherfucker.
Right.
Right. Hey, look. He playing pretty.
That's like a pimp shooting you back in the day with a 22. You better back up, bitch.
Playing pretty Flocko while you get shot.
I'm done Will Smithing, motherfuckers. You better back up, bitch.
I got my blade. I'm gonna cut you. I swear on everything. I'm gonna cut you.
Or you get Eddie Murphy in this motherfucker.
Yeah. Anyways.
Nah, but I mean, shit. If anything, don't gotta worry about him knowing how to stash the evidence. So my niggas will know at the very least. But we ain't here to talk that motherfucker, but Rihanna fucked up, G. She fucked up.
I know, she's stressing.
And B out here about to take the world on storm. But
Rihanna should have well, LeBron's married, but shit. She's a huge LeBron fan from what I understand.
He probably never mind, let me stop. Let me stop. But yeah, my whole thing is Matisse Thybulle not playing in Toronto with his half vaxxed ass. How you get half a vaccine?
Yes. So what's that? He only got 1 out of the 2?
Yeah, I don't know if he's dumb. Like, and he thought that the vaccine that he got, he only needed 1. But he never scheduled the second vax, so Toronto's not letting him into the state because he's not, or the country because he's not vaccinated. That has to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And like this is the one time I agree with Stephen A. Smith, where he said, at least I understand Kyrie. He was against the vaccination altogether. But if you gonna agree to get the vaccination, are you saying that you're not gonna complete it?
You might as well do the whole thing. Or don't do it
halfway in. Just only put it halfway.
Right.
All I need.
The fuck? And then where was your manager? Like, bruh, like, you know, you still gotta schedule your second vax now.
I mean, this is the playoffs. Shouldn't they be doing just a check, a recheck, just to make sure?
Well, this was back in the day, I would imagine.
Yeah, this was probably something when they first started doing offering vaccinations to the teams,
and nobody was thinking about it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they probably jumped in line and never came back.
This is what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, that's not only his error, but the people that they pay money to check on y'all, make sure y'all in the right shape, you know, the doctors and all that crap.
Right.
They didn't notice. Like,
and don't get me.
All the people that notice.
Don't get me wrong. I understand that there's HIPAA violations where, you know, your medical records are confidential, but at the same time, that manager has to have that information because that information is warranted on you being able to return to the league. So it's not like that is confidential at that point. At that point, my manager needs to know if I'm fully vaxxed in order to be able to schedule. You feel what I'm saying?
What's stopping them from just getting the other shot? Is there like a period in between after you get the shot?
That's a great fucking question. I'm sure.
We just do it right now.
I'm sure.
We do it at the airport.
But I'm sure. I mean, but even I'm sure that's probably exactly what it is. He probably wasn't thinking about it till now, and they like, bruh, that first vax is done and over with. You got to get double vaxxed again for it to work. and you need what, like 30 days or something in between vaxes, or it's something.
Yeah, it's like 30 days. It's like,
is it?
Yeah, it's a nice amount of days. I think at the least it's like 3 weeks, like 21 days or something.
Yeah, probably about 3 weeks. Yeah.
So either way, you out of that series, maybe even the second one, if you choose to go back through it. Next time, you may lose feeling in your shooting hand and be out there looking. Never mind.
I didn't have them type of effects. I got vaccinated. I don't know about y'all. I had to, for the sake of my family and shit and whatever.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at nobody.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I didn't get those side effects.
Right.
You know, I think my arm was like a little tender right here, but that was about it. But that happens when you get a shot anyway. It gets a little tender, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm not. Listen, this isn't one of them things. I'm not out here flying my anti-vaxxer flag. I'm just saying, it just it wasn't anything I was interested in with that little bit of research that y'all motherfuckers put into it. Holler at me when you know, but that's not what we're. That's not what we're here for.
Standpoint, you know, I would feel if I was an NBA player, I'd have felt a lot better about it because you're not going to give me nothing that's going to fuck me up. You pay me millions of dollars right now. I'm an investment. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's definitely a great point.
I would think that would be, and I would still understand people's reservations, but after about 7-8 months, you know, ain't nobody really had no problems. For the sake of the team, if you want to win, that's what you gotta do sometimes.
Right. No, I understand that.
But if you don't want to do it, hey, all respect to you. I wouldn't have did it either. If it was my grandma didn't pull a knife out on me, I wouldn't have did it.
Well,
she said either the needle or this blade going in you, motherfucker.
Either way, you getting cut.
Right.
losing it.
You rough for 100-year-old.
Listen, I get it. Listen, I get it.
Old school ain't playing.
She ain't getting COVID off you.
And I don't want to be the person that sends her home early because I ain't want to get the shot. So
right. But how often you up there anyway?
I'm going back up there in August.
Are you? Okay, that's what's up.
But you know, in Thibel's defense, he did say he felt like he had a solid foundation of medical resources that could serve him beyond what the vaccine could do for him.
That's not what the law is, Pimp. That's not what the law is, man. The law says this.
No, I'm just telling you.
I know what you're saying, but like the law says this. Now you can figure out ways around the law, but when you get caught, you get caught. You know, I thought.
So did this nigga? So basically, this nigga fucked, but didn't want to finish and try to say he ain't cheat.
Pretty much.
How do you renege halfway through? Like after I've already gotten one vaccination, I'm gonna say, you know what? My medical research is kind of looking like I don't need to go through with this second injection. What kind of sense does that make? That nigga dumb, G. Ain't no that nigga dumb. You said what?
I want to see his medical research. I want to see it. You did medical research?
It may be. Listen, it may be substantial. I don't know. It may.
I'm saying he's not a smart, educated young man. He could be, but
clearly not. Now, educated may be. Smart, not so much. Because you don't go through with it and then decide to pull back. Like, you know what? Now I'm feeling a certain kind of way after you already.
Well, I mean, even if your family is traditional and y'all use certain medicine and this, that, and the third, you're not going to go out and get the first damn vaccine and then come back and say, no, I'm not getting the second one.
Right.
You done already disrespected your damn family.
You already, listen, if you ain't want to put nothing in your body, it's already in there. So get the rest of, you clearly already made the decision, whether it was for money, for whatever, you already made it.
If you was going to lose an arm, you'd have lost it in between instead of,
I would imagine.
not fully complete.
Imagine. I would definitely imagine that. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm also not a doctor, and I also don't have the medical research that Matisse Thybulle currently is in possession of. So,
I don't know. Being in between, I'd have been
I
pretty
watch a
damn
lot of Joe
scared.
Rogan, so
listen, I can't lie. If it cost me millions, I can't say that I wouldn't say, Doc, where that motherfucking needle at, Doc? Where it's at? I don't give a fuck where it's at. But listen.
Oh shit.
But we done with them. Let's move on to something more interesting. And for the sake of the sports podcast, I will start off by saying Timberwolves Grizzlies game 1. Timberwolves I guess I won't say that. Timberwolves beat the Grizzlies 130-117. And I want to get into the protester.
oh, come on, man. Why do they keep doing this, man?
The protester that chained herself to the basket.
How did she get them chains in there?
Well, she was pulling shit out of her pants or whatever. I don't know what it was.
They have metal detectors at game. Well, they do in Atlanta. They got the metal
Well,
detectors.
first of all, the chain, wasn't the chain plastic?
So, okay. I mean, I guess that's how you cheated. But then,
Well, I know the chain was orange. That's why I'm saying I don't know if it was plastic because it was an orange chain. So either it was a plastic chain or the chain was like wrapped in that rubber shit that they put around. You know what I'm talking about?
I hope whatever point they're trying to get across, I hope it's getting across.
So listen, I had to look it up, right? Because this is the wildest I've ever seen people go over chicken since that Popeye sandwich, right? And I said, what is the fucking reason behind this? So apparently, I looked it up. What's his name? Glenn Taylor, the owner of the Timberwolves.
Yeah, he got a chicken farm.
Yeah, and I guess he had 5 million chickens put down, because there was a bird flu outbreak in his. So they were upset that they were treating the chickens like food objects. I don't know what you would call that.
Hey, look, you got to think about the people. If you let this get out, it's going to hurt people. Now, I understand, it's inhumane how they did it. And chicken farms in general are inhumane. So are the pig farms, the cows, and all that shit. But what he did was preventative maintenance. What do you want me to do? Let them stay alive? What am I supposed to do? Let them run free and then infect everything else?
And that's kind of where I was at with it. And I'm not saying that that's right because I'm thinking like 5 million chickens is a lot of fucking chickens. That's a lot of chickens that you just
5 million chickens is 20 million wings, nigga.
You know what? How many of these?
It's 20 million wings. 2 flats, 2 drums each chicken.
He said 20 million wings. Not to mention the corn. What's the middle part? They say this is a Cornish hen. That's a chicken body. Stop fucking playing with me.
Oh, you talking about the little?
Yeah, the little. It's not a turkey. It's just the little chicken chest.
Yeah, that is a Cornish hen. It is. They got little shits like that. What's the other one? Quails and shit.
But that whatever. But
nah, that's some country stuff there with the quails, man.
Yeah, I don't know that. I know that's different.
I'm in the South, goddamn it. I've been indoctrinated.
I know that's different, but I know. I thought Cornish hen was different too than just a regular chicken.
It is. Ain't it?
I thought, but I thought it was just like a more expensive chicken.
I think they're just like the same. I think they're just different species of the same thing.
Right. But I think that the regular chicken bodies is being put on sale as Cornish hens. It's a fucking chicken conspiracy, and it didn't start with Glenn Taylor. I'm telling you that.
So you've been getting rotisserie chicken. I mean, this chicken look mighty small, my G.
I fell down the chicken coop. I don't know. Don't chickens dig in the ground for like worms and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that? I fell down the pecking hole.
The wormhole.
The wormhole.
Wormhole, actually.
But it's I don't know.
It's an astronomical phenomenon. So it doesn't really.
But yeah, no, I don't. All I'm saying is,
Just cut it out.
I think so. Well, first let me ask this: if it's a clone chicken, does it still have the same rights as a regular chicken?
In this day and age, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Not to me, but you know them.
Right. I mean, I'm just okay.
Genetically modified. A lot of them chicks can't even fly. Get born without feathers. Just be sitting there, just fat.
I wonder. I'm sure, right? Like I'm sure, and I'm not trying to take us down no different path, but I'm sure after all these years of having technology to clone animals for food, them motherfuckers tried that on a few human beings.
Yeah, no doubt.
And all I'm saying is I would love to talk to a clone to get their input on how they would feel about cloned chickens being killed if the whole point of them cloning them was for food in the first place.
Well, you know, you might be talking to one right now. You never know.
You never fucking know.
And you never seen my birth certificate. You don't know how I came about. I could have just popped up.
The fuck if they cloned your DNA, they cloned your whole DNA standing in front of me. Do you think I would? How easy would it be to clone a fucking birth certificate for a fake human being if a whole fake human being is standing in front of you?
Oh, you mean make a fake?
Right. That birth certificate don't mean shit.
It wouldn't even have to be fake. They would just have to keep it funky. We cloned this nigga this day. It's the day he popped about the grease.
Motherfucker, 40-year-old virgin and only been alive for 3 days.
Exactly.
Fuck the bullshit.
Like sandpaper.
I'm waiting for him to strike. I'm waiting for Anonymous to strike again. Cause it ain't over. So I'm rooting for the Timberwolves to go as far as possible to see how many people going hop off that
You seen the healthy dad competition going on between the Timberwolves and the Grizzlies?
No.
John Moran's dad and Carsley Towns' dad be going at it on the sideline.
Oh,
They'll be going at it. They just be talking shit about each other.
Right.
Now they be having to go out there and shit, just be roasting. They try to roast each other. You know what I'm saying? Right. John Moran's dad and Cat's dad would be sitting there, you know. I think they got a bet where one got to wear the other son's jersey, depending on who wins or whatever. I think that's healthy. It's good to show some black men
like
that. You know what I'm saying? They care about their kids, and you know what I'm saying. They made it to the top.
No, I definitely like that.
Positivity, man.
It's good to see these athletes with their fathers in like the off-court situations. You know what I mean? Like the whole reason I thought of that was the video John Morant put up of him and his dad on the private jet. I can't remember where they said they was flying out to, but I was just thinking to myself, like, that right there is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying mom shouldn't be involved as well, but we know what kind of trip it is when it's just me and my pops.
Yeah, it's a different trip.
Right. It's not a family trip. It's just a trip with me and pops, and we're going to kick it. And you just don't see a lot of that in society in general as a black man in America. So that's just different to see as a whole.
In your case, your dad been treating you like that just his whole life. Well, my dad kind of like, your dad been treating you like a grown ass man since I've known you.
Listen,
but once I turned 18, whatever, my dad started like, give me a 6-pack or some shit like that, or let's go get some drinks, let's go out and hang out and shit like that. That's the way it's supposed to be. Your dad, after you go through the 18 years and telling you about shit and how to do shit and all that type of shit, supposed to be a friendship that develops
Right.
over the years. You know what I'm saying? That's the beautiful thing about it. Because then once you get older and you got questions about life and women and all type of shit, you have somebody you can talk to. You can't really talk to your mom about other women. You can, she'll have some insight, but your dad knows.
It's not the same as what you're looking for.
Right.
It's more like precautionary, whereas your dad's is like,
that bitch crazy. Or she's a good one. Or
nah.
Or mama's on my auntie.
Right. Right. Where they at? Where they at? Next tail, booze. We moving on. I'm just tripped out as to how they carried her out of there. Did you see that? How they carried her out of the stadium?
Well, they carried what? They stretched her out or something?
They had pallbearers carrying this bitch out of the stadium. It was like 4 people. Like somebody had the feet, somebody had the knees, somebody had the upper body, and then somebody had her around her arms. Like
you don't want to move
her
them
out.
Gotta get her up out of here. Let's all take a limb and get her up out. That's that club.
Shit was hilarious. That shit was, when I saw that, like the first video was, it happened too quick to know what happened. That video, hilarious. Like, I don't know what the point of the protest is, because you're not shutting down chicken farms. That's a fact. That's just not happening. But as far as getting an eye on your movement, success. I don't know what it is. I remember looking at the name. I just can't remember it. But I think their, what's it called, was like EXE or something like that. Something crazy. But the fact that I even know that, the fact that I even looked it up to see why these motherfuckers is doing that, y'all did y'all's job, and I'd like to commend you. Period. Secondly, Grizzlies came back on that ass game too, 124-96. Spit ain't. 30-point game.
Who did I say
No, 28, I'm sorry.
Who did I say was going to win that series? You got it written down? No.
Mm-hmm. You know I do. And we still going to have to get Qs, even though it started. You got Timberwolves.
Oh, nah, I give y'all my official. I won't even change it since it's already started.
Been written down since last week?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up then. We gonna do that. I'm gonna add, matter of fact.
I'm gonna give it to you from my bracket.
You got it on you right now?
Yeah.
Let me ooh, I could do it like this. Cause I gotta have it all on the same page.
And you say you had the Wolves to win it, Aaron?
No, we didn't. We just did first round. Just first round.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all.
That's just to win that series.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just the first round. Okay, so first round, Celtics Nets. What you got?
First round, Celtics Nets. I actually took Boston in 6.
Okay. So me and you is the only one that picked the Celtics. Okay. I had Celtics 7. Bulls Bucks, of course.
Bucks in 4.
Ooh.
Big man. Motherfucking. God damn it. What's love?
76.
Motherfuckers shooting under 30% from the field. Well, I can't pick them to win a
DeMar
game.
DeRozan had 18 in their last game?
I know.
And he didn't make 18 points worth of jump shots. I think
Zach LaVine had 18 too.
He didn't make 18 points worth of jump shots either.
Yeah. I'm just the loud mom at the football game right now.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you.
Hey, Vucevic sold up though.
He always do.
What's that?
Vucevic.
Oh yeah.
I say he showed up.
Mm-hmm. All right, what about 76ers Raptors?
I took the To be honest with you, Philly in 6.
Okay. I started writing that, but then I thought maybe not. Okay. Heat. Heat 4.
I took Heat 5.
You took Heat 5?
Yeah, I gave
Okay.
Trey 1. I gave Trey 1 at home.
Okay, I think that's smart. I do think that's smart. I was just about to jump it in there. Okay, let's go out west.
Yeah.
Damn, Joe. Okay, I know how I'll do this. Timberwolves, Grizzlies.
I took Grizz in 7.
Okay. All right, and then Warriors, Nuggets.
I took Golden State in 6.
Okay.
That don't look too promising right now.
And then I did the same thing actually. Mavs, Jazz.
I took Utah in 5. That's set up right now for them to knock both home games out.
Right.
Yeah. And we know this ain't gonna happen. I took Suns in 4. So.
Okay.
Let's put that rabbit out, boy.
Yeah, they made Booker slip and hurt his hamstring.
Yeah, man. And we ain't. There hadn't even been an update. They said he was going through treatment and testing today.
They just said possible miss the next 2.
He should definitely miss the next one then.
I think they can win without him.
Yeah.
If he feels confident with that, I think he should just sit the whole series.
It depends on what Chris Paul shows up.
Nah, I mean, you playing the Pelicans. If you can't devise a game plan around the weapons and defense you got against the Pelicans, Brandon is nice, but he can't beat you by himself. CJ's nicer, but
Hayes is balling too.
You said who?
Jackson Hayes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's actually a dude I was thinking of. I just couldn't think of his name, and it didn't sound right when you said it. But that's the curly hair, light skinned dude, center.
Isn't Ayton looking for that new contract?
Yeah, he turned down the contract last year.
Yeah, you better shut that paint down. You want that money?
Listen.
Yeah, they got JaVale McGee on the bench, so they got a good.
Listen, Brandon Ingram in that game too dropped, and for my showerheads, Pelicans won that 125-114. Brandon Ingram dropped 37, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal, shooting 3 for 3 from the 3.
Yes.
He had a hell of a game. But,
he was 1 assist off a triple-double with 3 points off a 40-point triple-double.
I don't think that's going to be enough to carry them over the Suns in a series. Granted, they might win more games, right? But I still think the Suns, hands down, are going to win this. Even if they let D-Book sit till the next series, which is what, if I was a coach, I would holler at him like, hey, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about sending out the next 2 or 3 games? And if we win those 2 or 3 games, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If we lose 2 games, you play game 7.
Right.
Whatever. But I need you. I don't need you against the Pelicans.
Yeah,
I need you against the next team you're going to play.
Right.
Exactly. Next round or elimination game, I need you.
Yeah, the playoffs are a series in itself, or a season in itself.
Right. So you got sometimes you got to leave your rook, or you know what I'm saying, you got to leave somebody behind. You can't put them all out, especially when a hamstring injury is one of those nagging injuries. So if you don't let it get back right, you're gonna be fucked.
It's also one of the easiest injuries to make worse or re-aggravate.
Yeah.
It's too important muscle. That and like abdominal muscles and shit. It's too important.
Right.
Yeah, you could be walking and
yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough.
It's just simple as that, man.
It's that Jenner Kardashian curse that we talking about.
Not the Kardashian. And first of all, you said the Jenner Kardashian. Oh, so they're both in it now. I guess they are both in it now, huh?
Devin been with Kylie Jenner for a hot minute.
And what happened to Tyga? He's Dion Waiters and Tobias Harris. Nigga faded to black. No Jay-Z out of soundtrack. Fuck.
Yeah, I heard some things about Tiger, but it's not my business to say.
Listen,
Cliff, you ain't heard the name Chandler Parsons since he dated Kendall Jenner a couple years ago.
Did he?
Damn, they be burying niggas, man.
Man, Chandler Parsons was low key a dog for a minute.
Put him in the dirt. Put him in the dirt. You right? They buried. Listen.
You ain't seen Chris Humphries.
That's
since.
what I was just about to say. That's what I was about to fucking say. That's what I was about to fucking say.
Look, Mom, it's Kim Kardashian's ex-husband. I'm Chris Humphries, bitch.
Mar Odom.
Play for the Nets.
Mar Odom.
Mar Odom fucked himself up.
I mean, he did, but hey.
I get what you're saying.
But you know what? To Lamar Odom had to smoke dope and have a heart attack to keep himself relevant after the Kardashian curse. He had to go to extremes just to have his name out there. He had to fight Aaron Carter in a fucking celebrity match just
so
to
dumb.
keep his name out after that.
That
Nigga's a zombie. He's a Kardashian zombie.
Reggie Bush wasn't shit after, you know what I'm saying? It's just
Reggie Bush, I think. Well, no, he was still playing when he was dating her.
No. He was something, but they made sure they dug up that Heisman and pulled it back later on. That's all.
Yeah, right. So, lesson of the day: shower heads, don't date a Kardashian or a Jenner. It doesn't play out well.
Man, y'all better hope that they don't change their names down the lines.
They're never gonna do that. Why would they do that?
Right, their names are
Well,
money
I'm
makers.
saying, like, you know, like the men's kids.
Oh yeah.
You know, like Scott and Courtney's kids, and like that, like those. You don't know if they got it. They might have it too, and then they don't have the name.
They got it.
Right, and
They
they don't
got
even
it.
have the name.
Yeah, they got it.
Well, there's nothing we're gonna be able to do to stop that because there's nothing that you're gonna be able to say. It's just gonna stop somebody from trying to get one of them down the line. I don't want to say it like that. When they're all adults, they're gonna get in relationships. They're gonna find somebody they love.
I know what you mean.
And they ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. You just gonna get lost. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy though. Like when you really look at, man, that's crazy. We had an episode about it on the other podcast, but I'm not gonna get into it. But Devin Booker, we wish you well. And if this has a piece of Kardashian curse in it, you better get down to a witch doctor in Louisiana and get rid of these hoes. I'm telling you.
Ain't gonna work, man.
No, I don't mean like get down. That might have came out wrong. I didn't mean like. I mean, get down to a witch doctor to break the spell, and then separate yourself.
That shit, once they get a hold of you, dog, it's over with, man. It's over with. There ain't nothing you can do.
We don't know that because Lamar is.
We do know that, man.
Lamar might be proof that you can fight it. He's just trying to fight it on his own. It's almost like mental health. You need a therapist. You seen the commercials? The dude falls out the parachute. He's like, nah, I'm all right. No help. I don't need help. Yeah.
Lamar's dealing with PTSD right now.
That witch doctor may be that person saying, I can help. I can pull that ripcord for you if you need me to. We can save your life if you want to. It's up to you. And if you dealing with something as strong as a Kardashian curse, I'm just saying you better exhaust all options.
Yeah, you can try, but the power of that P, boy. Bring it down,
that KP?
Baby. It'll bring you down.
That KP dangerous, man.
It'll bring you down, man. You seen, we're not gonna bring up all the other brothers that have had to take a knee. You know what I'm saying? But there's some powerful pussy out there, and it will change. Better or worse. Some will make it better, and some will make it to where you can't even look in the mirror no more. Like, who are you? Basketball.
It's all relative, my brother. It's all relative. But you said what?
Be lurking at them games. They be lurking.
Devin Booker, though, before he left, he played 25 minutes, if I'm recalling correctly.
30 in the first half.
Yeah, he had 31 at the end of the game, 2 rebounds, 1 assist.
At the end of the first half, he had 31.
No, that was his.
Ended the game. Yeah, he ended the game with the same 31.
Yeah.
He was hurt in the third. He got hurt in the third quarter.
I thought he never came back.
No, he played in the third. That's when he got hurt. Yeah. But he didn't. He didn't put nothing up in there. Chris Paul has 17, 1 rebound, and 14. I mean, that's good for Chris Paul, but like you said, we still need you over 20. That doesn't work if you're not over 20. Them extra 4 assists are nice, but we need those points on your stat line. You know what I'm saying? That's an extra 8 points for you right there. That puts you at 25. That's a nice, respectable number for, I would say, the best point guard in the league right now.
I mean, he shot 5 for 16, so it's not like he was shooting great in that game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But that's what I do like him, is he's vet enough to know I'm not shooting the best. Let me get these assists.
You know who needs to wake up?
Who?
Jay Crowder. 0 for 5 from 3, 2 of 11 from the field.
But Jay Crowder is only good for the corner 3 and defense. And the average baseline no touch dunk. Or I say average, not average. Occasional baseline no touch. You know how he jumped from far and can't quite get the rim. He just let it go right at the.
Like this.
Right, exactly. Exactly. It's a real gentle dunk.
I think Jay Crowder is a factor. He should wake up.
I think he is.
And he should score more points, but I don't I just think the Pelicans had a really good game. That's really what I think. I think the Pelicans had a step.
You let them
that shit up. That's what I'm trying to
do. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like when the Hawks, I thought the Hawks were going to come out and have a better game just because Trae Young only scored 8 points the first game. So I thought inherently he was going to come out.
Right.
And if he scored 30, they were going to win.
But this second game still wasn't a true Trae Young game either.
It wasn't either. But that's what I'm trying to say. I think Trae Young is more of a factor in he had a bad game, he needs to have a better game. He's the best player on the team. Jay Crowder just needs to be more efficient, right? You just need to be more efficient. If you're not making the shots, right, you need to find something else to do, right?
Yeah.
You just need to be more efficient because they're not looking for Jay Crowder to score a lot.
Right.
Well, I mean, think about it. Devin Booker goes out in the third quarter. You got 5 points, 1 assist on 2 of 11 shoot.
Yeah, but Mccollum.
I mean, you ain't even dishing the ball. You're not creating nothing. You just on the floor wasting minutes.
But at the same time, I don't think that he is. That's not his job. Like,
but usually when he takes a shot, it's almost guaranteed. It's not like he's taking a shot.
No, definitely on the shooting. Definitely on the shooting. And that's just what I was about to say. Like, how some people have the green light to shoot threes. I think he has the red light for facilitating. Like when they say, if you get the ball passed to you, you do not put the ball on the floor unless you're going to the hoop or you shoot the ball. We do not want you looking for the open man in that, because
right. If we pass you the ball and you're in the corner,
there's a reason you got that touch. Take that shot. We don't want you looking for the next man unless somebody closes out. That's your job.
So help me God, if you pump fake, you better go to basketball.
Because he can't dribble. We know he can't dribble.
No, you're right.
Now he does have decent vision. I'll give you that. But if you can't dribble to set yourself up to the pass, we don't even want you to try to attempt it.
That's just the veteran part of him, being able to have the vision and all that other type of stuff.
He has
But
that. He knows where to give the ball to if he doesn't have the shot. But I'm not confident in him putting the ball on the floor to provide an opening for someone else.
mm-hmm. I guess what I'm trying to say, even though Mikal Bridges had a pretty good game himself, I think that's the person who needs to step up and kind of push himself towards
He's all
the
around.
front of the pack.
He's all around.
He's a great scorer. He can shoot. He can get to the basket and all that.
He's all around.
Devin Booker play, you got to look at Mccollum like, hey, bro. So time shines. This is his third year. It's his third year.
I believe so.
Yeah, he's nice.
Going up on that contract.
I definitely believe so. Yeah, I mean, but he deserves to make money. He's been proven that he deserves to make money. And the fact that he was a finalist in Defensive Player of the Year is just adding on to the fact that you're going to have to pay him before somebody else does.
He starts value.
I want Mccollum on there, man. Somehow, some way, he didn't have to be the first pick. But
listen, give us Mccollum. We can pay you.
You don't deserve this.
Y'all got LeVert. You're good.
I mean, but y'all got 8 and only got 10 points in that game. I'm on my big man shit. So Valanciunas, I mean, he ain't no slouch. You know, he's a tough center in the paint. He handles his own. But
he was a dog in Orlando.
Where your production at? You know what I mean? 10
but at the same time, what like stylistically it's hard for him, right? Because he's either playing center or he's playing the 4. Positioning wise, he's either at the top of the key for the 3 or he's down in the paint for a rebound. It's only those 1 or 2. So when you put him at the 5, it goes back to our conversation about Cat saying he's the best. You're the center. You're sacrificing a rebound by being up here at the top of the 3, the top of the key. So if you don't hit your shots, you are not effective.
That's what they got. That's why I think people like Tristan Thompson, Taj Gibson. I don't know if he's still playing.
He is. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But those guys are I think are key to championship teams. And Draymond Green's kind of that nigga for the Warriors. Mm-hmm. Like you need somebody who's undersized a little bit, who loves living underneath the basket, who loves that contact. He wants to get buried down there. If Cat needs that type of guy as a big man, somehow, some way, they need to find a Patrick Beverly that's like 6'9" or something. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit dirty. Wants to get down in there and is not afraid to elbow a nigga every now and again.
That's tough. You just described Ben Simmons, and we all know his compressed spine having ass ain't playing no time soon.
They say he might play game 4.
Well, yeah, they did clear him. I saw that they cleared him before this game started for contact.
Yeah.
And they said the most that he's been doing is 4-on-4, so they didn't plan on playing him this game. You said what?
But 79-79 Bucks, Celtics and Nets.
I called the Celtics. Listen.
79-79.
But who were we just talking about? Oh, the Suns.
Yeah, the Suns, DeAndre Ayton.
But okay, let's end it on this. And I'll say this too. CJ McCollum ended with 23 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, shooting 6 of 10 from the 3-point. That motherfucker was very close to a triple-double as well. If you got 2 people on your squad with a triple-double at the same time, it's hard to lose.
All right.
It's hard to lose if you got 2 people with a triple-double at the same time. That's tough. So
do it again or get close.
No, I agree. So my question, Aaron, I feel like you've already answered it. But my question to wrap up this game would be, can the Suns beat the Pelicans without Devin Booker? I'm not convinced. I know the Suns are a great team, but I don't know that you don't need a Devin Booker to win against the Pelicans. You got to think, he played half the game, a little bit, slightly more than half the game, scored 31 for you, and you still lost. So imagine not having him at all.
And when it comes comes to your game plan, the game plan is Devin
That means
Booker.
something.
So this next game, the game plan is going to be different. When you lose somebody halfway through the game or after the halftime, and you start a game, the second half of the game plan, you lose them, you get a little lost, and that's a coaching thing. But
harder to plan spontaneous than knowing ahead of time.
I think the next come out with the Chris Paul and Monte, not Monte Ellis. Fuck, what's his name?
Mikael Bridges.
No, I'm talking about the coach's name.
Oh, Monty Williams.
Monty Williams. Mm-hmm. They're gonna sit down. They're gonna come together with a game plan. Chris Paul and the coaching staff.
Right.
Gonna sit there. They're gonna come up with a game plan. All right, look, D-Book's not playing. All right, how do we finagle this maneuver? You know what I'm saying? Because
I agree with that.
They have the talent to beat the Pelicans.
Right. I agree with that.
But you know, the without Devin Booker there, it makes it to where the Pelicans will make it like a 6-game series.
Right.
I can see that without D-Book. If it does get to that, Game 7, who you gonna see walking out the locker room? It's gonna be D-Book. You're gonna have to play today.
Right.
You know, if you're 70%, whatever. You have to come out because we gotta get to the next round. Even though it's kind of detrimental to his health as a whole.
But it's necessary. You are correct. It's necessary.
We're going to the second round, and they already iced us the last 3 games. Or last 2 games. It'll have to be 2 games. They'd be 3 games. They won the series. You know, we got to do something. So I'm still going. Y'all got my answer. I'm gonna walk off real quick.
Yeah, no, you good. What y'all feel about that?
I mean, it's gonna be a tough series if they don't have Booker. I think they could still get it done because they have the experience as a team.
It's possible.
They have a great coach.
It's more than possible. I don't want to say that, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
It just would be a tougher road, of course. That's all.
Right.
They're still capable.
I guess to kind of make the question more interesting for you, Q. Fuck the Suns. Is Chris Paul still capable of that? Fuck the Suns as a whole. Is Chris Paul still capable with his floor generalship of leading them to a victory over the Pelicans by himself? Like if it was a rest of the series type thing.
It still wouldn't be by itself.
Well, I agree with that. But
because I'm looking at a guy like Cameron Johnson coming off the bench. You increase his minutes. You have to. You almost have to. I wouldn't start him and mess up his vibe, but I would definitely increase his minutes on the floor time that he has with Chris Paul. So Chris is the one getting him involved instead of it being more of a second unit. I'm the guy. I'm gonna get the ball kind of thing.
Right.
That's that's the way I'm looking at it. So I think Chris can take him because they have the personnel to surround him in the different matchups, you know, to make it more interesting. Chris Paul doesn't play that much on the floor with a guy like Cam Johnson. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got more. Booker actually is on the floor with them more.
Right.
So that's where I'm looking. I'm thinking with a coach's mind from that aspect. You know, change the personnel around Paul to give him the weapons to dish it out, since you seen he got 14 and was sleeping. And they still lost.
That's interesting. Now the question is, do you think Chris Paul allows that?
What's that?
Do you think he allows the coach's input as to who they feel he needs on the court? Or do you feel like he says, nah, I need these motherfuckers on the court with me?
Nah, I believe a point guard, a floor general like Chris Paul, he has that mindset, that coaching ability to say, hey, I work better with these guys.
Yeah, I think it's in him.
Even going down to, you know, the 10th guy in rotation, you know, he said, he only getting 2 with me. Well, let him get 7.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I definitely think he has an influence on that, but I don't think he's going to control it either because Monty's proven that these last 2 seasons that he has a coaching mind to put you on your back.
Right. No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I remember I brought up Monty Williams when he was first coaching the Suns, and Clifton knows who his man was. It was Monty Williams.
Who? Me?
You. Yes. You was like, who's Monty Williams? I don't know who that is. He's the coach of the Suns.
Yeah, no, I probably wasn't just putting name to whoever, but yeah, I know him as the point guard when he played. Didn't he play for Detroit for a little bit too?
He had a long career.
Yeah, I think he played for a few different places.
Played for a few different things. But all I'm trying to say is that, as a side note, I'm happy for a lot of these black coaches getting up there. There's a lot of black coaches out here who are starting to do it in the NBA. At least.
Right.
In the NBA, at least. We're starting to get recognition for. You got Jason Kidd out there. You got Monty Williams.
Jason Kidd is Malcolm complected, so
Jason Kidd
I'm just playing.
Well, you got homeboy in New Orleans.
On the phone, you wouldn't know you was talking to a light skinned dude.
Yeah, I was just playing for everybody out there.
No, but even
I'm
Eric
light-skinned myself, so I get to talk
to Ruckus.
But even Eric Spoelstra was the Spanish captain running that shit.
I'm caramel. I ain't light-skinned.
Yo.
I don't pass the paper bag test. Let's put it like that.
You're
now, cool. We got to stick together now.
Medium shade vanilla.
We don't need Malcolm when the revolution happens.
Right.
You a vanilla butterbean.
That's you, motherfucker. That's you.
I'm just vanilla.
With your curl.
Don't put no product in your hair or nothing. Don't be out there trying to be
stupid. You are dumb.
I'm vanilla with a Snickers swirl.
You don't pop up Puerto Rican. I know it. I'm Puerto Rican. No, your name is Malcolm.
Right. We seen him in that fedora rolling dice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
gotta bring that back.
We have to use that to get you undercover. We have to put you in some place where, you know what I'm saying, you Spanish or something.
You got a wire on him every trip.
Got a wire or something. Let us know what the man is trying to do, man. What's the next move?
Call me Enrique.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's move on. And I got a question for y'all, right?
Right. What's up?
Warriors 2-0 against the Nuggets last game, 126-106. First question is the easy one. I'm going to pitch y'all an easy one. I guess the second question isn't really a question to y'all so much as it's a
statement.
We'll see. First question. Can Nicola Yoketch get it done without Jamal Murray?
Nope.
At all. Any year.
Nope. Well, last year didn't happen, so.
Nope.
No faith this year either.
He needs help.
Everybody,
now he's showing frustration. He's showing frustration now.
Yep.
Right. Well, he's showing frustration because he's realizing I can't fucking do it myself.
That's what I'm saying. He's starting to show that frustration. He's starting to show the frustration of not being able to do it. We're saying the same thing. I'm just saying you're starting to see the frustration on the top level. He might have been holding it back, might have been saying it to the coach in the locker room. Now we're starting to see on the basketball floor.
Might have been hopeful that he was going to come back and stay.
The dad bod God is getting mad now.
He let the media get to him.
Yoketch is?
Yeah, he did. Because they made it seem like, they're getting it done without Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray. And then you see the playoffs starting, that level of play went up, and what happened?
But is that not every year?
That
not every year? Every year
Jamal Murray
and
gets hurt.
Porter's out.
Yeah.
I think during the regular season, like you said, the media sells you this dream, right? You can get it done, but it's the regular season. Right, and there can't be more of an emphasis put on the difference between the regular season and the postseason.
Right,
it's a big difference. In any sport that you talk about, it's always a big difference. So when you give the man a lullaby the whole regular season, he starts to believe it. And then he gets to the postseason and he thinks it's still supposed to work. It's not. It's a different game.
Right.
It's 7 games of the same team.
Right.
You may win the first game, but we're going to figure out what you're doing because you're going to come back the next game and do it.
Right.
And the next game and do it. So I think over time, I'm sorry, got a little acid reflux. Over time, maybe you might get used to it, but it's going to take some years of him having to be without it. Right?
Yeah.
So it's our year 2. So maybe next year he comes back stronger if Jamal Murray does the same shit again and Michael Porter Jr.'s back, just doesn't get right or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I give it, and that's what I was about to say, and I'm sorry for cutting you off, but it's just been so long since I said it. It sounded a lot harsher when I said that about Michael Porter Jr. too, because I know he has a little more reason to be out than a Jamal Murray. And I just didn't want it to seem like I don't like him. Like he's another one of my youngins that I thought was going to come up and raise hell. But due to injury, I feel like he's going to be another Brandon Roy. But I'm sorry for derailing your...
Damn, that's... Brandon Roy is an all-star. At some point.
I think the only thing stopping Michael Porter from being an all-star is not being in the league, having a complete season enough.
What is it? My nigga Brandon Roy, man. I just don't like that comparison.
I love Brandon Roy.
That was my nigga. Before the Blazers, like he was the Damian Lillard of the Blazers in the early, 10 years ago, some shit like that. He was that guy. He was a threat. He was a problem. And then his knee fell apart, and it just, man, knees are probably one of the most important body parts when it comes to athletics. It probably is the most important body part when it comes to athletics. You can't do shit without it.
Right.
In any sport, baseball, football, basketball, volleyball.
That's a very sensitive subject with me. Don't get me started. I can tell you exactly what I can and can't do without a knee.
Yeah, we're not gonna bring up.
But I ain't stopping, motherfucker. You got me fucked up.
I appreciate your resilience because you could have gave up a long time ago. Could have gave up a long time ago. I'll give you that, man. You could have gave up a long. Your shit was gruesome. It was gruesome.
Right. They can't stop me. Only the big man up there can tell me when to quit, and I ain't quitting. But
all respect, baby.
I ain't in the playoffs though, so fuck me. I don't want to say last. We'll squeeze a couple more topics in here. Warriors Nuggets. We still on that. I don't want to move on. I just want to know, who is the Warriors shooting coach?
I think they had a documentary on that thing.
Well, I know Steph Curry's personal shooting coach is Bruce Frazier, I think is the name.
You talking about Jordan Poole right now?
I'm talking about, first of all, and I say the Warriors, right, because Steph Curry coming out of Davidson was wet. And they still made him change his shot his rookie year.
I think wasn't that due to his injury?
No, I didn't think it was due to his injury. I think it was just...
Thought he elevated different. But
I wouldn't even talk about the elevation. They was talking about the release.
But you right about, so you got Damian, what's his last name? You have his brother-in-law,
Damian Lee,
right? Damian Lee. You have Jordan Poole, and like this brings up the LeBron conversation. When I was talking about, if I was on team with LeBron, he would hate me because I'll be following this nigga around. Oh, you in the gym? I'm in the gym too.
Right.
You in the weight room? I'm in the weight room.
Right.
You finna go eat? Finna go eat what you eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everything outside of shit you do with your family, I'm not gonna be a part of that.
Behind him in line at the motherfucking restaurant in a trench coat and a top hat.
Not even trench coat. I'll keep it real. I'll be loud as hell with it. Give me what LeBron's got. But he got
exactly.
Give me what he got. Everything. I want the same amount of napkins. The same fork.
Right.
put the same amount of ice in my glass water, in my ice water. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So if Steph Curry's on my team, when he's shooting, I'm like, hey man, what do you see in my shot?
Right.
What do you see? Is my elbow out too far? Is not too far in? Is my release too high? Is it too low? You know what I'm saying? Am I not jumping high enough?
But you are absolutely correct, though, especially about Jordan Poole, because when I thought about it, I looked up the stats. Jordan Poole came out 2019. He shot 27.9 from 3. 2021, 36.4%. Andrew Wiggins went from a slasher in Minnesota to essentially a 3-and-D guy now. He don't really move inside of that 3 unless he got a lane.
Well, how do you not follow the tutelage of the best shooter to ever play the game? And there's no question.
Right.
I know Malcolm doesn't have an argument for this. I know Q doesn't have an argument for this. Steph Curry is the best shooter to ever touch it.
Reggie motherfucking. No, I'm just playing.
Well, Reggie might have had a chance to prove it, but you got to prove it. You got to put the numbers up. So Reggie might have been able to do it, but Steph Curry did it, right? So you got to give it to him. Like maybe if he never played nowadays, he might have. The playing style is the same, the play off the ball the same, whatever, all that other type of stuff. But Steph Curry is the best shooter to ever play the game, and there's nothing. I kind of don't want to hear shit else about it. And I'm sure you don't have to say. When you look at the chart of Steph Curry against everybody else,
but who is the guy though? I want to know who the guy is behind it. That motherfucker deserved Coach of the Year.
Maybe it's Mark Jackson. Maybe Mark Jackson was like, "Hey man, your elbow out too far." Word. Oh shit.
Nah, he's stupid. I think that would be more Steve than Mark, and he had it long before both of them.
Right. Always give Mark the tutelage, though. Mark probably has some games.
Yeah, Mark deserves more credit than ever given, but yeah, Jordan Poole, at least in game 2, 29 points, 5 rebounds. The nigga shot 5 or 10 from 3. Steph Curry, 34 points. 29 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals for Jordan Poole. 36 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, also shooting 5 from 10 for Steph Curry. Now my nigga Bobby Moon Jr., Klay Thompson, 21 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 for 8 from 3.
What's his name? Bobby Moon? Is that his name?
Yeah, wasn't it Bobby Moon?
You talking about from semi-pro?
Uh-huh.
What's his name?
Jackie Moon.
Jackie Moon, yeah.
Jackie Moon. I was mixing the racing.
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It might have worked. That would have been tight though if they came up with some type of hybrid.
Shut the
I'm not sure what is basketball. All right.
That nigga's stupid, man.
Crossover movie, man.
But yeah, Nicola, he was the only one that showed up. 26 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal.
Aaron Gordon. Need you to step up, my brother. You out there, ain't
you?
Yeah, I think he ended the game with 11.
Nope.
No?
7.
7?
7 off of 3 of 9 shooting, 1 for 4 from 3.
Yeah.
5 rebounds.
If I was a GM and you didn't play and you didn't score half of your average from the last season, I wish I could pay you half of what I owe you this game, so you can feel like how I feel.
Right.
Out my shit. Like, nigga, how? I'll be mad as hell.
Maybe motherfuckers need to be adding that into probationary contracts. I'm sure they do have that added into probationary contracts. But nobody would just come into the league signing a contract like that because they like, what the fuck?
What you mean no one's gonna score 7 points?
Like, my nigga, who that? Now, if you on a probationary period, I could definitely understand them hitting you a contract like, yeah, this is your average. This is your average, or you're out of there.
That's where there should be, I get what Aaron's saying, there should be 2 salaries. There should be you ain't nothing and you did something. You
met my expectations and you did not meet my expectations.
Exactly. You did nothing this game.
3,000.
All right,
For
you know what
anybody,
you're
right.
getting paid.
For
Exactly.
anybody.
Yeah,
If
it should be a
I
tier.
looked up at that scoreboard and I saw it was 2 points away from my average, I'm like, man, fuck this. I'm gonna go in on somebody.
Listen,
Yeah.
you know
I'm
what?
banging.
That might be genius because that might eliminate a lot of the sitting out as well. You ain't gonna sit out all. You ain't gonna sit out all them games if you don't meet what we expected you to meet.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. You gonna sit out, we're gonna pay you half. We're gonna
That's
donate
when you
the rest.
see Antonio Brown catching 12 or 18 at the end of a game to get his shit from Tom Brady.
Well, that's not gonna happen no more. Yeah.
I don't know. Antonio
But
different,
I'm
man.
just saying, if you need to meet your shit gonna be met.
Hey,
And in that regard, there ain't nothing like that pressure of the NFL and the NBA like that.
We've all had jobs, and we all have jobs. Hopefully, we're all employed. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, or getting money. However you want to do it. If you miss a day of work, right, and you don't have paid time off, you don't get paid.
Right.
Simple.
Right.
It's real simple. If you don't come to work, that's fine. You can call in sick. That's cool. It's not going to get paid.
Well, it also depends on
Yeah,
if you're salary or not.
Right. That's
If you're right, and that's your salary is different.
And a lot of these players would be considered salary employees.
And Simmons been getting paid this whole time. He ain't doing.
And we all know the salary. We all know the salaried employees get paid hella more than the pawns do, and they don't have to show up half as much.
Right. Well, there needs to be a contract clause that says, "Look, my nigga, I know you're not playing this year, but if you need to take a mental break or some shit, that's fine. I'm going to pay you this rate."
Well, now you talking about societal changes, my nigga, and I don't know if we just.
All right, yeah, I might use a different, but there's just examples of people that abuse that right.
No, I guess on every level, but you are absolutely correct.
Mental health is real. I get it. We all have our dark sides and demons.
No. And I agree with all that. I agree with all of that. But at no point should it depend on how much I get paid to how much time I need to deal with my mental health. You understand what I'm saying? Because we just established that the salaried employee gets more time off in general.
Right.
Which would equal more time to deal with your mental health or whatever, blase skit. But the low motherfucker on the totem pole got 5 occurrences for you get taken out of this motherfucker.
You got 3 sick days. You better figure that shit out. 3 sick days.
And listen, let me tell you something. If you don't have a motherfucking doctor's note or a claim in here to stop me from firing you, you're out of here, Jack. Simple as that.
His doctor know you get 6 of them, so count them up.
Listen, and you know me, I was in the line of business where I had to call motherfuckers like, listen, I don't know what you think you gonna have happen with this doctor's note, but we need paperwork. Actual paperwork that tells us you could be out of here.
Documentation.
And that's crazy. That's crazy. You said what?
3 years ago, then we got signed. Nigga just signed the shit right here.
Yep, nope. Now they want that shit on claims and recorded and all that. All that. So, Kyrie.
I did notice I get a health summary every time I go to the doctor now.
And that's what's crazy is they'll use that to tell you how long you should be out of work based on your injury.
Yeah, niggas don't want to be out of work 3 days because they don't want to go to the doctor. I gotta go back to work after these 2 days. I don't want to go.
Do you hear what I'm talking about?
I don't want to do that shit. I'm finna go. Did you go to the emergency room? No, I'm going to come in.
Do you know how much that's gonna cost me? I'll be on crutches.
Exactly. You sure you straight? I'm cool, man. Leave it alone.
You're right.
Hey, I bullshit you not. I had a whole cat tell me yesterday, man, I can't miss no more days. Can't miss no more days.
Oh,
We go to work this morning. He ain't there.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
You could cut his driving foot off, and I bet he'd be at work the next day.
You sure you
Man,
straight?
look,
Cool, man.
I ain't had a full.
8 hours, man.
Man.
Let me get through these
What do you
8
think?
hours, man.
I ain't had a full week since the new year started. I gotta make it.
So yeah, I think that's I think you are absolutely right. That's another right on you. Mock, you been time out the whole goddamn episode because we about to wrap it up. Well, let me stop. I don't got much from you, Q, because Heat's up 2-0, and I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Remember, I
I don't
said
want
a
you to be
long time
surprised.
ago. What I said was if the Cavs didn't come out the East. Well, I didn't say that, but I said I can see the Heat coming out the East, and everybody thought I was crazy jumping on your bandwagon. Now, I did say that then. I'm still pretty confident in that, but we're not going to get into it. I'm just going to say that to say I couldn't see the Hawks having too much issues with the Heat either. I think a 5-game series is fair, but I could definitely see the Heat getting them out of there in 4 as well. But we'll skate past that because it's like it's like a Floyd Mayweather exhibition match. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even a real fight at the end of the day. So I don't want to spend hella time on it, even though Jimmy Butler did drop to 45, 5-5 with 2 steals.
No turnovers, no fouls.
Yep, 4-7 from 3. I'll give him that.
He getting practice, man. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Getting practice right now, man. Get your practice. Learn to be the scorer.
What did
Learn
he
to be
used
the
to
man.
call? He used to call it what? It was something week 2, like grind mode or something, when the playoffs started and he wouldn't shave or do anything.
Oh yeah,
bandana mode.
That's what it was. Bandana
He
mode.
called it bandana mode.
Yeah, he got the rough beard. Rock the bandana everywhere he goes.
And I can
no
see
haircut.
him keeping that. He doesn't look the way he usually does in that.
We ain't bring up flopping ass Kyle Lowry though.
What he did. I mean, but he's known
Kyle
for that.
Lowry, man. This nigga here, bro. Kyle Lowry dirty, man. He's dirty, man.
He perfect. He fits perfect.
Dirty, bro. Like he's like a little, but when he's that short, you kind of have to be that way. But with him, it's like, man, it's overt. Like, man,
Kyle Lowry is built funny to me.
He's a thick dude. He's like thick. He's a little, stubby type of guy, man.
I don't know if it's just that though. I feel like he's just like
built weird. Like, what? I mean, like physically built weird.
Nah, he just
like,
he the pit bull without walking him on the treadmill with the toolbox around his neck.
Yeah,
it's big, you know.
Naturally big.
Yeah.
He's built like he's built like somebody's let go baby mom or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has like childbearing hips or something. I don't know what it is. Like, that motherfucker. He said
childbearing. He's wide. I'm saying the nigga wide. He's wide.
It's something about that motherfucker that does not look like basketball.
Pause.
I don't care what anybody says.
All I'm trying to say is that he be flopping. He be flopping.
That's a Carl Nassib quote.
And them referees is just like, I don't see that.
They sure do.
Oh shit. I don't know. It's something about the way he's built that just drives me fucking crazy.
Well, you be one of his victims then. You be out there just mad as hell.
Yeah, and he would cross the shit out of me and I'd be Listen, pissed.
Hey,
Like,
he
did this
just wanted some
woman
little
just run
aggravating.
by me?
Take me out the game. I can't do this more.
I'm
Hey,
just saying.
he that kid that never made it to the league. Every time you play him, he cook your ass up. You wonder how the fuck he doing this every
They be
single
out
time.
there. I'm not taking nothing away from his talent. It's just looking at him play, it just drives me crazy. It's just something about the way he's built that just drives me crazy.
And I know Aaron mentioned
And
the
he's a
flopping,
point
but
guard. He's a guard too. It's like he's like you talking about Yoketch is the bad boy guy.
Yes.
Or put Kyle Lowry up in that too, because he's a fucking guard.
He's
Jokic
like a
is
Marcus
7
Smart.
foot.
But he's
Jokic
like, so
is 7 foot tall.
What do you think about Marcus Smart? They both about the same body type.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think Marcus Smart and Kyle Lowry?
Nah.
So is Marcus Smart more athletic? Is he more athletic?
No. He has a more athletic body. He
I'm
ain't
not saying
athletic.
that Kyle Lowry couldn't be more athletic than Marcus Smart. I'm just saying their body types are different.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Okay.
Kyle Lowry looks like if he would have stayed in the weight room, he'd have made a better running back than a point guard.
He's a little tall for a running back. He'd been like a 6'5'11" running back. That's a little tall.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm bottom heavy as well. Like, I got big legs and all that.
Hey, but look,
Kyle Lowry,
his weight don't even make him look that tall.
He just looks like it's like his body shape is an optical illusion.
Well, you know he's that because when you watch him NBA games, when you watch him, he knows how tall I am. I would look like Kyle Lowry out there, basically. That's what I would look like. That area, that's me. Who's the fat nigga?
But I guess that's what I'm saying at the end of the day, though. Like, I don't know. Like, God bless him. He got a ring. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
He is out there acting his ass off. Acting his ass off. I'm talking about you just touch him, his hands everywhere and shit. They're supposed to have rules against this type of shit, but they don't apply to him for some reason.
Nah, they ain't been calling him no more this season.
The
like
rules usually don't apply to women like that.
You said women like that. Kyle Lowry gonna pull up on your ass.
Kyle Lowry, I went mad. He flop as soon as I opened the door.
You fat thick bitch.
Motherfucking Joanna man.
Oh man.
All right, let me stop.
I'm about there, so let me know.
I'm a fan. Yeah, who'd you hit the showers for you cut? Congrats to Marcus Smart.
I got to my Bulls, man. I got to tighten up, man. We don't take the shit for granted, man. We might not make it next year. Come on now. I'm telling y'all to hit the showers, but this is just so y'all can be better. You know what I'm saying? This is our opportunity. Yes, it's the Bucks, but it's not impossible. Come on, man. Tighten up. Let's get it. Bulls, baby. But this is just a fan talking right now.
Right.
I know in reality, in the back of my head, I'm like, these niggas gonna get swept. I can feel it in the back of my head. Appreciate that, man. Go ahead and put that up there right there, man. Go ahead and do that. But
fuck them Bulls.
Hey, all right. Go ahead and sit your ass at home. You and Malcolm, both of y'all niggas. Only person I want to hear talk right now is Q. I want to hear shit else from y'all niggas.
Y'all
man.
y'all got a week left for we inviting y'all to the banana boat as well.
Hey, at least we got to taste what the actual playoffs taste like. Y'all ain't
Miami got plenty of banana boats available. Ain't nothing for Heat players.
Yeah, well, ex-Heat players, I guess.
Well, yeah.
All right, well, I'm out, man. I gotta I want to
run down though.
Handle your business.
Man,
I guess we kind of touched that topic too, huh? That's crazy how that happens. But lastly, before we wrap, because we at the 2 hour mark, congrats to Marcus Smart, of course. We touched on that earlier. Would like to add that Sixth Man of the Year is still up with Tyler Hero, Kevin Love, and Cameron Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we gonna see how that play out. Most improved, Darius Garland, Ja Morant, DeJounte Murray. I think that's a perfect lineup too. Coach of the year. Taylor Jenkins, Eric Spoelstra, Monty Williams. You think Eric?
Gotta be Eric. The most depleted team to get the #1 seed.
I could see it, Eric. I could definitely see it, Eric. I'm not gonna lie. Monty's third on my list.
I could see that.
I was more leaning
Taylor.
Yeah, I was more leaning Taylor Jenkins out of all of them. Or I could see Eric. I could see Eric though. I'm not gonna say I couldn't see Eric, but Taylor makes more sense because Eric's been there in the past 3, a few times in the past 3. Grizzlies though, coming up like that, man, come on now. I gotta give it to Taylor Jenkins.
I don't know, man. If you look at the season, Bam missed so many games. Jimmy, and they were all together almost, seeming like. And Kyle Lowry had his personal reason games. And PJ Tucker went out with his ankle early on. And
right.
You signing G League players, you signing guys off the street on 10-day contracts and going on a 10-game win streak.
Right.
You went up against the Golden State Warriors in California.
Right.
And almost won that game. Had Steve Kerr sweating bullets. With not a starter on the floor. Well, not a usual starter.
I understand that. But that
ended up with the #1 seed.
Circumstantial at best.
I don't know. The West have been proven weak this season. So I credit it to a weak division that Memphis is in already.
I agree with that.
And a weaker conference.
I do agree with that. I do agree that the West is the weaker conference this year.
Yeah, so when you did more with less for over 50% of the season and still come out with the #1 seed in the East, what, 3rd or 4th best record in the entire league? Let's go.
That's another reason why I don't.
It ain't #2.
That's another reason why I don't give it to Eric Spoelstra, because y'all was already on rhythm. When y'all catch momentum and you make it there a few times, you know what it takes to make it there. But for a Grizzlies team that hasn't made it there since what? Tony Allen, Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, to do it now, I think that's more impressive. That's why I'm going with Taylor Jenkins.
It is, but history don't help coaching.
You right. No, you right about that.
I deal with the X's and O's, and I go with what's out there on the floor.
You right about that.
And that's the only thing I'm looking at from that perspective. So,
but we'll see.
The Heat.
We just
did too much. We just did too much. It was so many games this year where myself as a fan was like, "Fuck, how are we gonna pull it out tonight?" And then we win by 20. With only one starter on the floor. Everybody else is out, and it was over and over all year. That's coaching.
I don't even know if that's so much coaching as y'all have a bench. Y'all do have a major fucking bench.
Kyle Guy is not a usual guy on the bench. He's not even signed with the team anymore.
Who?
And he did. Kyle Guy out of University of Virginia. Look, you said who? You can look it up. I'll have the stats in front of me on how many games and what he did each and every game with the Heat. But he was a big part of that 10-game win streak we had. You know what I mean? He was a dog on the defense end. He hit shots when it mattered.
Let me see his face.
You wouldn't even recognize him from college because he has long hair now.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Nah, I'm not giving it to Spose. He's gotten it before anyway.
Hey, coach of the year is coach of the year.
No, not at all who I was thinking. He came from the Cleveland Charge, too.
Mm-hmm.
Why y'all let my nigga do that? Why y'all let my nigga do that?
Well, come to the Heat.
Yeah, why y'all let him from the your organization to go?
That's a testament to coaching. We know how to find that hidden talent.
You know, I'm not mad at the Heat at all. I
That's
have seen
coaching,
him a
man.
few times. I just didn't know what his name was,
Mm-hmm.
and I definitely I didn't know him in college.
I can name at least 3 or 4 guys if I go back and sit there and study the downs of the season.
Oh, did he
And
play
they
for? Oh
and neither
yeah,
one is on the team right now. You know what I mean? They were all guys on 10-day contracts. You know what I mean? We
he played for the Kings.
Yep.
He got drafted to the
What?
Kings, and they dropped him to the G League.
Mm-hmm. He made his way to Cleveland, I believe, after that.
Okay,
After the next season or whatever it was.
he from Indiana. Okay, all right then.
And then you used the game plan last night to get a guy like Dwayne Dedman to abuse the paint late in the fourth quarter
That's all he good for.
to back the Hawks off. No, the Hawks been shutting us down since the beginning of game one. As far as big guys paint presence.
Well, that's because y'all got Capella. Well,
Nah,
Capella,
Capella hasn't been playing.
right? Because he got hurt. But
Yeah.
I'm saying before that makes sense. Capella's still a beast down low. Adebayo down there and all that. Capella's still hard to deal with.
That's what I mean. And Atlanta has shut us down in this series thus far.
Mm.
Until fourth quarter last night. You know what I mean?
Right, I see what you're saying.
So that's the only thing I'm looking at, them capitalizing on that paint presence. Then we can
Who's
get
Atlanta's
Bam
backup? Alex Lynn?
Okongwu.
Okay.
And he's no slouch. He been doing all right.
Is Alex Lynn on Atlanta or is he on?
I
I know he
don't
was on the Kings, but I don't know. I thought they
don't make
let
me
him
lie.
go. I don't know.
Don't-
But so you going Spoelstra, I'm going Taylor Jenkins. What you got up there, Mount?
We're talking about the coach of the year.
Uh-huh.
Frank Vogel.
I was going Monty Williams.
I mean, I could see why you say that. You fucking tribalist. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Go Mr. Williams.
You think Phoenix gonna pull it out this year too?
Nah, I don't know who gonna. I think Golden State definitely could. I hope they do.
I think they could too. As far as the West go.
Yeah, they look good. You look real good.
Rookie of the year.
Evan Mobley. You know, Q's going with his boy Cade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll put you down. MVP.
Who's it between Giannis?
Joel and Nicola.
I'm gonna go with Giannis since Marcus got the defensive player of the year. Yeah, I'm going with Giannis.
What you got, Q?
I'm going with Embiid because Yoketch need to hit the showers.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear why, but I want to hold off on that. We got 2 more. Sixth man of the year. I already know Q's Tyler Hero. Mine is Kevin Love. You know me.
John Morant.
Ja Morant.
He's one of the candidates.
Sixth man of the year? No, not for sixth man. You thinking of most improved?
He was
most
he
improved.
Was right. Sorry. Who's the options?
You skipped the line. Don't skip the line.
Who's the options for the sixth man?
Tyler Hero, Kevin Love, Cameron Johnson for the Suns.
Tyler Hero. UK boy, Tyler Hero.
Okay, that motherfucker him. And now, most improved, you going with Ja Morant?
Yes, sir.
It's interesting that you say that, right? Because remember we talked about it last year. I said what I would like to see him improve, and he has improved them. But I also don't feel like... I feel like he got on the list as a gimme, kinda. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because he was supposed to improve those things.
Right.
So when I think of like a most improved player, I don't think of someone that was already a damn near all-star before they received most improved. So I don't even consider him on my list. Now, without thinking biasly, I'm still going to think biasly and go with Darius Garland. But I do like DeJounte Murray a lot. But he was also improving last year as well. DeJounte Murray last year was a dog. People didn't hear about him or see him like that. But he was still that same dog. Now he's just gotten more views and more confidence.
Right.
But when I think of a Darius Garland who didn't really started, but didn't really play like that to where you are now, that's why I gotta go with him. Gotta go with the young buck. Not the young bull, we waiting on him. But the young buck, I gotta give it to him. But Malk, you Ja.
Yep.
And I can see him giving it to him too. I just don't consider that.
I mean, do they have certain candidates for it, or
it's Darius Garland, Ja Morant, and DeJounte Murray is the top three, the finalists for it.
I hate them all.
Really?
Yeah.
Who would you say if you could put?
The only person that been holding this one team together all season, besides the MVP. No, I'm going with Tyrese Maxey. That's the glue to the Sixers all season long, man.
Yeah, but this is his rookie year, right? So you can't.
No, it's not.
It's not his rookie year?
No.
Yeah, no, it's his second year.
The second year.
Okay, well, then I can see that.
I was just thinking a little different when it came up. That's why I asked.
That's not that's not. I'm not against that.
I mean, you could take it up all the way into the James Harden trade. He still held it down. I don't care what nobody says. But did
he get enough play last year?
No, that may be a factor. I mean, he's played over 130 games total.
But I don't think he got enough play last year to
Yeah, most of those games were this year. Yeah,
right. What he needed to improve on, so to speak.
Yeah, I think that's the one reason. That's where I was thinking the snub. Yeah,
I do like that. That is a definitely a good pick. I'm going to even write that down that you said that. Okay. Well, yeah, no, that's all I got.
Well, he played 61 games last year. I'm just looking.
Oh, no, that's enough.
Yeah.
What was his stats?
Average 8 points, 2 assists, a rebound.
What are you at now?
15.3 minutes a game. And he's at 17.5 points, 4.5 assists,
Nah.
almost 3.5
That's a
rebounds.
vast improvement, but when you put up them numbers in the
I'm looking at the team's success with those numbers because you're going through the Ben Simmons
so then
BS,
how
and
can
then you
you give
bring
it
over a
to
hard.
Darius Garland then?
You said, how can you?
How couldn't you?
No, I'm not saying you couldn't.
Like I'm just saying based on like out of them three, based on what you just gave me.
I'm just looking at him. He played a ample amount of games last year to where he
And
could
where
have been
he
effective, and now he's being noticed for being a game
I give you
changer,
that.
a facilitator, a production piece in the Sixers'
I
success.
give you that.
You know what I mean?
And
It's not like
not to argue an opinion because it is an opinion, but at the same time it's a wrong opinion because it's not even in the finalist group. But not to argue an opinion, I would say Tyrese Maxey has never had to lead his team at all either. He's been able to come
okay.
and cook.
Okay.
Whereas I would say a Darius Garland and a John Morant both have had teams on shoulders. What do you do with it?
But now Darius, was that this season or last season?
This season. Last season, he wasn't that.
And
Last
Tyrese
season,
is
that
the
was more
same.
Colin.
And Tyrese would be the same situation as Darius Garland then, because he's been looked upon this season as a key piece to produce, and if he doesn't, they fail.
No, definitely, but he's never who has it on their back is Embiid.
You can say that, but when I saw him hit that three the other night from the fucking hash
But
mark,
we all know. But the only
he
reason
put him on his back to let him know, hey, y'all back off, y'all not winning this game tonight.
No, I get that, and he was on. I'm not trying to take nothing from him. I'm just
That's
saying
what I'm looking at. I'm looking.
It makes it
Oh, go ahead.
easier to do that when you know you don't have to be the guy doing that.
True. I understand that.
Because you know, like even from your own experience, you know you'll pass the ball if you're not confident. I'll give it to the guy who's expected to do that. But if I'm confident, you don't need that. I got it. And that's, I feel like, not to take anything away from that young man because he's putting up crazy numbers. But
he ain't expected any saying I got it. So
right.
that's
No, I'm impressed with him.
You know, he reminds me of the how a guy like Spud Webb came onto the scene. He wasn't the guy all the time. I mean, he had talent, but he was short, so he had to prove it.
Right.
Come on. And when he actually got that opportunity, it was entertaining.
But Tyrese is far from short too.
No, I just mean in that aspect.
I know what
you know
you're
what
saying,
I mean.
but
Yeah, like he wasn't expecting when the season started to even be a 10-point a game guy.
Right.
Let alone 17 and a half, almost 18.
Right.
You know, he wasn't looked at. You know, they probably thought Ben Simmons was gonna show up. You know, after his debacle off season, he didn't. Tyrese took over. He showed him. He gave him a reason.
What was he doing in the off season to just be all compressed in your back like that? Like honestly, like unless you were overworking yourself, and I don't see it. I feel like you would see those Google TMZ whatever pics of him with his physique if he was overworking himself. So what was it that you were really like? Did you help your sister move? Like what was it that you did to just fuck your back up to where you can't play in a situation where like you're needed? This could be a pivotal point in your career. Getting a ring right now. especially after you just got shunned off of your old team.
Well, he wanted to leave there.
He wanted to leave there after the whole team and the coaches turned their back on him and was like, Ben is not the guy. They said that outwardly, Ben is not the guy.
Nah, I don't even care nothing about all that. You made a fool of yourself on national television in a nationally televised game. So you wanted to hide under your blanket. That's just me being cutthroat.
Bad games, man.
That's just me being cutthroat, man. But after that last bad game, you hit.
No, listen, motherfuckers had bad games. That was an awful game. Let's not get it confused. There was a difference between bad and what he put up that night. That was awful.
I mean, when everybody in the crowd thinks you finna
really
dunk this ball and you pass it.
Really the past 2 nights, right? Because it happened the night before.
Yeah.
And then it led into that night. And that night he didn't even take that many shots. That's why he passed behind him on the dunk.
Took none in the fourth quarter at all.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more going on with being in the eye than meets the eye.
Nah, he just can't. I'm glad he wasn't drafted by the Knicks.
So
right.
Celtics go up 2-0 in the series against the Nets.
Oh, they pulled it out.
Tatum had the dagger to seal game 2.
Wow.
Like Jason Tatum is the motherfucking truth, man.
Wow.
Duke boy.
You talking about an MVP snub.
Duke boy. Yeah, you right. You right about that. You are right about that.
Snub, boy.
You are right about that.
They only give him credit for the what was it, 28-7 record since the All-Star break.
Right.
It's like that's the only thing they're giving the Celtics credit for all season long. You know, damn the first half of the season, damn. You know what I mean? Like there were still games played. You need to find that player that did it, and Tatum has been there.
Man, Tatum up there every season though.
Every year we had to block him in the bubble.
That is
you know what? Advance on in the series. You know what I mean?
I apologize. Celtics out the East.
Can't be mad at that.
That's what I knew it was somebody I was forgetting. Celtics out the East.
Can't be mad at that one.
Yep.
Kyrie played like ass. That's why they lost.
I said that though. I said Kyrie can't do that forever. Now he sustained it for about a good 3-4 games. But he can't do that forever.
KD 4-17, 27 points. How?
17 rebounds?
No, 4 of 17 from the field, 27 points.
Oh, they was fouling the shit out of him. He's gonna be sore next game.
Kyrie 4-13, 10 points. Only 0 for 1.
Bet that. Bet that shout hits. Bet that at the casino. Bet that at the casino. Celtics win game 3. Bet that at the casino. Celtics win game 3. Now at your own risk, but if I had legal sports betting here, I would put half my account Celtics win game 3. Because if KD got 27 shooting how many?
4-17.
4 of 17. That means they were fouling the shit out of him. And his brittle body gonna be sore next game. Period. And Kyrie, we already know he's a headspace player. And it doesn't seem like he's in the best headspace currently, cussing people out as he leaves the game.
He played like trash. 40 minutes, 10 points, 1 assist, 8 rebounds, 0-1 from 3, 4-13 from the field total.
That's headspace. That's your headspace. Now, don't get me wrong. Now you're coming home, right?
Yeah.
You are coming home, and this is a home that has not had you for the season. So they're gonna be real hyped for a Kyrie. So I can see Kyrie's gonna put up at least, I'll probably say 32. Probably say 32, 6 assists. Don't really care about the rebounds or the steals. But I give him 32 and 6 on the points and assists next game. But I still don't think that that's going to be enough to beat the Celtics on their shit. And we know they're going to be on their shit. Away, they're going to be on their shit. And KD may be beat up. Maybe beat up, allegedly.
I mean, that should be KD at least 9 or 17. For 37 points. Easy. Not.
Right.
Ooh.
Right. But you still got to give it to him for getting them points out of it, right? But that's not really enough. Like, that's a win. That's a win for Boston. You shut KD down to where I'm just fouling you and all you can put up is 27. We beat you. That's a win.
Only one was a 3.
Yeah, that's a win for Boston.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough game for the Nets next game, I'm telling you.
What it looks like to me is Boston had a solid plan to guard that 3-point line this game. Because you look at the entire team, 10 to 21.
And I still trust Horford's old ass. I trust him a lot better down there at the 5 than Evan Mobley. He's going to put body on you. He's going to play defense every play. Nah.
Yeah, his play just don't hit the stat sheet like he used to.
Right.
But
that's all.
If he 32 minutes, all 32 minutes, he's in it.
But we going to see. We going to be here in a week. But who's to hit the showers and we out? It's crazy how that combo went that far over. Who you got, Mal?
Give mine to Ben Simmons again because that nigga just.
That's a great fucking hit him.
You don't want to play.
That's
always
a great
new reports about why he can't play and how his back this and back that. I just, like you said, I don't understand Ben. I think it's more mental than physical at this point.
I do too. I agree with that.
I think it's mental.
But that may be why they gave Seth too. Because I was wondering why they gave all them assets.
Mm-hmm.
And Philly was probably like, take Ben. He's not ready. But sit on Seth for a while until Ben gets back.
That was Doc's son-in-law, so that tells you something. That is his son-in-law.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hit the showers, though. That motherfucker need to be soaking. Fuck hitting the showers. Soak your back. Get the massages.
Right.
Don't call Deshaun about him.
Man.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm still at a loss. I was trying to plug one in real quick. Don't got it. You said you already, who was yours?
I'm going
Nicola
with
Yoketch, you said.
Nicola Yoketch, man. Gotta hit the showers, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody advocating to get this guy MVP. I'm an Embiid guy. Because consistently, all season long, he's been better. He means more. He's dealt with more. I mean, injuries, yes. Injuries come and go. Philly done dealt with theirs too. But you dealing with a whole head case over there and had to start the season.
You could call it
okay.
Head.
I'm just I don't mean to call them names. I don't want to be disrespectful to him, but at the end of the day, you dealing with a guy that don't want to be with you. He mad because you got the shine and he don't. I'm gonna just put it that way. You know what I mean? Nicola Jokic, you're not better than that, man. Hit the showers.
Hit the showers, Nicola. My hit the showers is going to Kyle Lowry's genetic. No, I'm just playing. I was only kidding. Another Quaalude. She love me in the morning. Wasn't talking about cow though. My hit the showers is going to. I don't know who it's going to. Ain't that some shit, Malk? I can come up with a name for you off the fly every episode, but can't think of a fucking hit the showers. I got more roast for you than I got hit the showers.
I could have gave him one, but I ain't gonna do it to him.
If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. That's
you right. You goddamn right. No, I apologize for not being ready or staying it. My hit the showers is going to. I gotta give it to Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert gotta get my hit the showers. And it's not because I don't want to see you back in Cleveland, because I definitely do. I think that's a sleeper big three. Karis, Colin, and Darius. A potential sleeper big three. But you definitely did not pan out this season. Can't say you weren't aggressive, because you were, and you just didn't hit shots. And then in certain games, you weren't aggressive at all when you needed to be. Facilitating got better, but you just didn't. You didn't live up to the way Cleveland was playing for you to be traded. So you gotta hit them. Does anybody have anything to take us out?
Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. See you on Saturday.
All that. Troll a motherfucker. Make it interesting. You said see you Friday. You mean Saturday?
I said Saturday, fool.
Oh, did you? Yes, that's how you know this podcast should have ended a half an hour earlier. We'll catch y'all Saturday, I suppose. As always, my shower heads, be good or be good at it, please. We out. No, we ain't out.
All right,
we about to be out.
This bitch.